Have I just caught you with a mouthful?
Yes. Can you hear the chip eating?
Yeah, lovely. Are these the avocado oil chips?
Mm-hmm.
You love them, don't you?
I do. And there's another flavor that's amazing. Like it's avocado oil, but it's salt and pepper.
Oh,
I can't even, it's the best. I was
okay.
ordering them from America about 6 months
Oh,
ago. That
as
is
you
a
should.
problem. And it's my
Do they come in
commitment.
like a ginormous box of like 20
No, they
packets?
come in a box of like six, but now there's a health food shop
Oh, yeah.
not that far from me,
Yep.
under 20 kilometers that I drive to,
Under 20 kilometers.
where I get them from. I can't give specifics here. I'm gatekeeping. No, I'm not really.
Yeah,
I'm like got such a problem. I've turned into such a chip snob. If someone gets out like the kettle, I mean, I'll still eat them because I love a
sure. But you're
crisp,
like,
but I'll be like,
these
this
people don't know
oil,
what they're missing.
mm-mm. Avocado oil chips, it's like
Oil.
the cleanest taste.
Okay. We'll all get onto it.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Sienna.
You're welcome. Good morning, Sally.
Good morning, Seona. How are you?
Yeah, good. I'm good. I'm
Good.
good.
Oh, I almost yelled that at you, I think. That was
I
probably a bit
know.
loud.
The enthusiasm.
So enthusiastic this
Woo!
morning. It's early, but we're up and functioning.
Yeah.
So we should high five ourselves just for that. Yay.
Just all the decaf coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! I'm
Oh,
revved
I had a
up.
coffee by accident the other day
And
because I wanted a mocha. And so I ordered a mocha, but I should have ordered a
mocha,
decaf mocha.
Sally. Are you 14?
Yes, I am. Do I look like that? Thank you so much.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, and then I was like all the stress about, oh, how am I going to sleep? This is going to be terrible. And then that night, yeah, I did have a bit of a problem.
But what time did you have it?
Oh, like 3:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah,
So way
terrible.
too late.
Terrible.
And as I was drinking
Terrible.
it, I was like, oh, I'm going to regret this. And I did a
Yeah,
little bit, but it
you
wasn't too bad.
did. Okay.
But anyway, high
So,
five for us early in the morning on decaf. We're
yeah.
here.
Whew.
Oh, what are we talking about today?
Talking about this is a really interesting one because we're talking about introverts and extroverts. It's
Oh,
something
yeah.
clients bring up with me. Like I often
Yes.
hear, or just casually on friends or over the years, people
Yes.
are like, I'm an introvert, I'm an extrovert,
Yes.
you must be an extrovert.
Yes. People love judging others
Oh,
by their
yeah.
extrovert
Well,
introvert
they love this
status.
kind of like, yes, let's put you in a box over here. My whole
Yeah.
life growing up, everyone was
Yeah.
like, you're such an extrovert
Yes.
because I was loud.
Yep.
I was very loud.
Did you always think that you were an extrovert because people
I
would tell you that you were?
Yes, but I
Yep.
thought extrovert meant
Loud.
loud, yeah,
Mm,
energy. When I was younger,
mm,
that's the way. Teachers
mm.
used to say, if only, Siona, you had a dial on your neck that we could turn down.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
You had some very mm,
Interesting.
mm, teachers,
Mm.
very critical teachers.
Yeah, did I tell you I asked my friend, my best mate, we went to high school. I said, why do you think teachers didn't like me so much? And she said, it's interesting. She goes, I just think you were really loud.
Right.
And they
Yep.
found that she didn't say annoying, but I said annoying. She goes, yeah, I think you were just hard
Right.
to manage because I was loud.
And maybe
Mm.
loud and also not listening to them. You were kind of in your own world
I
of loudness.
suspect, yeah, I
Maybe. Yeah.
suspect that
Yeah.
that was the case. But I absolutely positioned myself as an extrovert
Yes. Okay.
back then. That's what I
Yes.
would have thought. What about you? Did you give yourself any thought?
Yeah, I think growing up, I was always thinking that I was more of an extrovert, if I really even had
Mm.
heard of these terms, because I
Mm.
was in a group of friends. We were all really social. We were all pretty loud.
Hmm.
And we liked catching up with each other. We liked that
Yes.
social interaction. I
Yes.
think even
Yes.
at that age, I probably knew that extroverts were more about the social
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
introverts were people that maybe would prefer to be reading books. That's probably how
Correct.
I would have
Yeah.
classified that.
I think as I got into high school, that's the way I would have classified it too.
Yeah.
Extrovert if you wanted to be around people, introvert if you were reading a book and didn't want to engage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It was as simple as that to me
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
And we're talking about this because this is all to do with communication, and it's a big part of social energy and
Yeah.
understanding
Mhm.
where we do sit on the spectrum of being an introvert or an extrovert,
Yeah.
because all of these things interact with chronic health conditions. And it's really good to
Yes.
understand
Yeah.
how this impacts and then what we can do and how we can, yeah, how we can use this framework, I guess.
So we're looking at this kind of personality-based
Yeah.
dichotomy, maybe
Yes.
between extroversion and introversion,
Hmm.
and energy that normal or every human has,
Yes.
and also how we put chronic health into that.
Yes.
into the mix. Okay.
Because I mean, I think the social battery part is so, so important for many
Yeah.
people. And
Yeah.
it isn't about being good or bad at socializing when we talk about extroversion or introversion.
Yes.
It's about how your nervous system recharges
Yeah,
at its
great.
core.
That's
Yeah.
a nice way to put it. It's about how
Yeah.
your nervous system recharges.
Yes.
Yes.
And when you understand that, that
Mm.
can really help reduce guilt
Mm.
or overextension. Oh, who's guilty of that?
Yeah, that's right. Yes, we all have
We're
put
all a
our
bit
hands up.
guilty. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's talk
Overextension.
about like let's actually go through
Mm. Yeah.
what is introversion, what is extroversion.
Yes. All right. Hit us up with introverts.
Okay.
Tell us about them.
So if you are an introvert, you
Yep.
are someone who recharges
Yep.
by turning inward. So yes, it may in
Mm.
fact be reading a book, but
Yep.
it's through low stimulus environments. So
Yeah.
it's quiet.
Yes.
Solitude, socializing
Mm.
can still be enjoyable, but it
Yep.
costs energy
Right.
rather than creating energy. And that's the difference.
And when you say turning it inward and being more solitary, can
Mm.
I also put the proviso on that of often people will say that they can recharge best, not necessarily by themselves, but in their little bubble of people. You
Yes.
know, so sometimes people, introverts, are
Yep.
very, very comfortable and they feel
Mm.
recharged if they're with the people that they live with in their house.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
They
I
don't
think
have
that's
to be
really
by
important.
themselves in their study or in the bedroom or watching
Yes.
TV on their own
Yes.
or reading a book, but just in people that they are so super comfortable with. They don't
Yes.
feel like their battery changes when they're in their
Correct.
presence.
Yeah, and that's that low stimulus
Yes.
environment, isn't
Yeah.
it? About
Yeah.
yeah, people that they're very comfortable with.
Yeah. Great.
Whereas when we talk about extroversion, that is
Yes.
someone who recharges
Yeah.
by turning outward, by the social
Yes.
connection. So through
Yeah.
interaction,
Yep.
stimulation, and
Yep.
being with others. So being
Yes.
around people gives them energy rather than drains
Yeah.
it.
Yes, indeed. And so
Mm.
that could be being with other people, asking other people how they're going,
Yep.
having other people ask how they're going, being able to talk
Yes.
about themselves, or just being in the company of others,
Yeah.
or
Yep.
being in a really stimulating
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah.
So it
Yep.
might be, charging through Westfield or a shopping centre, with all of that
Yeah,
stimulation.
that's a really good
Oh
point.
my
Yes, I
gosh,
mean,
yeah.
that makes me feel dead thinking about
Right.
that kind of thing,
Yes.
as opposed to being in a room with people that and go out for dinner with people that I genuinely care
Yeah,
about and want to
indeed.
interact. But
Yep.
yeah, that's interesting.
So there are different ways to
Yes,
recharge the battery as an extrovert, just
yes,
as there are for an introvert as well.
yes,
But there, yeah, think a lot more stimulation and a
yes.
lot more socializing.
And as you were speaking, I was thinking about
Mm.
how COVID brought about more of a hybrid model. So people now have a lot more flexibility in choosing whether they go into work and into the office and socialize or they stay home.
Yeah.
And I've seen many clients who are like, the social aspect is so, so important to me. And I really need that in order to function.
Yep.
As well as clients will say, if I didn't have the working from home days to recharge, I would find it incredibly hard to be in the office.
Yes,
So the
that's right.
hybrid model really supports both extroverts and
Yes.
introverts.
Yes. Very
Mm.
interesting for a lot of people that thought, oh, it'd be so much better to work from home. I'll do that. And after a
Oh,
couple of
yeah.
months, they were like, I can't do this. I can't be by
Yeah,
myself for
really.
so
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Yep. I need to
Yes.
have that water cooler conversation or
Oh, the water cooler.
yeah, or just,
Yeah.
the public transport in and out of work, whatever it may be that just gets you in contact
Absolutely.
with
Yeah,
people.
it's all that casual, that kind of banter that goes in
Yeah,
between work that you can miss if you're home.
yeah,
Yeah, sure.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
These differences
yes.
between introverts and extroverts, nothing to do with confidence or social skills of the person or someone's
No.
shyness.
No,
No.
not at all.
Mm,
And I think that that's really important because I assume that most people
yep.
listening to this, or just most people in the world, will
Yes.
have at one point categorized them into one of these groups, them
Correct.
themselves.
Yep.
And
Oh,
it
that's
may,
Seona. She's so confident.
oh,
She's so, she's loud, she's extroverted, she's just full of
yes. I
confidence.
know, and that's really difficult,
Mm.
isn't it? Because then you suddenly get pegged as this type of person
Yeah.
when that's actually not accurate.
It might not be. Or that
Yeah.
person who is absolutely an introvert and they thrive in the introvert space,
Mm.
and people are like, oh, they're so shy. They're just a people
Yes.
person.
And in
And it's kind
fact,
of this
not shy
really
at all. Yes,
judgmental, yeah,
correct.
critical. Yeah.
Yes. And one of the things that I've seen coming out more recently in the last few years, I'll be interested if you agree with this, is that there's a lot of people who go out and say, an extroverted introvert or I'm an introverted extrovert.
Yes.
And that's really important because there's a spectrum certainly, and it's not the extremes. Like it's not, yes, there's people who can just say, I'm an extrovert or I'm an introvert.
Yep.
These, I'm an extrovert, introvert, they're not actually psychological terms,
Right.
but it's more about expressing a pattern. So
Mm.
an extroverted introvert
Yep.
might enjoy people in small doses,
Yes.
but might look really social,
Yep.
but is actually drained quite quickly.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yes, and then the opposite to that, which is the
Yep.
introverted
Oh my
extrovert. Oh my gosh,
gosh.
it's so
It's
confusing. The
it's a bit confusing.
introverted
Yep. Yep.
extrovert
Yep.
may gain energy from people,
Yes.
but still needs quiet time afterwards.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's not always one or the other.
Right.
And things can change because I think about back when I was younger to where I am now,
Yep.
Really different.
Correct. I was going to say, I love the use, even though that's quite confusing, the extroverted introvert or the introverted extrovert.
Yes.
I think that's got to be the bell-shaped curve, doesn't it?
Oh,
Most
of
people are
course,
in the
yeah.
middle there
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
And the extremes are the classic introvert or the
Yeah.
classic extrovert.
Yes.
And as you say, and I know I'm just repeating exactly what you said, I think we can change through our lifespan.
Yes.
Where absolutely when we were younger, maybe we were a little bit closer to the extrovert extreme.
Yeah.
But as a lot of us get a little bit older, it's really nice to be back in your bubble, to be back with less
Yes.
stimulation, to have more of a recharge time on your own or with a select number of
Yeah.
people rather
Absolutely.
than in a busy shopping center or a nightclub
Yeah.
or, with a whole room of 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's talk about why this is really important and what it means to your actual social battery.
Yeah.
Because we all know that socializing uses many things, many
Mm.
things, but it uses our mental, our emotional, and our physical energy.
Yes.
And these are already taxed when you live with a chronic health condition for most people.
Yes.
There's already fatigue, pain, there's the cognitive load, the
Yes.
emotional strain. So this can all make socializing feel really much more difficult
Yeah.
already.
Yeah. Really expensive in terms of using up the battery.
Yeah, I like that. Expensive.
Yeah.
So knowing your natural wiring, that already helps you pace yourself socially
Yes.
and not just physically, like understanding where you come from, because that can help reduce
Yeah.
guilt. It can do a number of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Oh, definitely. And we do spend so much time talking about our energy levels in terms of physical energy to go and walk around the block or whatever, do the shopping or wash your hair. And we do talk a little bit about the mental load and the mental energy and what kind of capacity we have to do things.
Yes.
But we rarely talk about the social energy.
Yeah.
So it is really important that we're able to look within, have a bit of a check-in with
Yes.
ourselves. Where would we categorize ourselves in
Yep.
terms of this introversion, extroversion, but also have a look at what kind of toll it takes on our specific battery.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because we talk about social connectedness all the time, and I've said this
Yes.
before on the podcast as well.
Yep.
It's not a one size fits all, and that's what this is about. It's
Yeah.
not you need this much amount of social
Yeah.
connectedness, or you
Yes.
have this amount of social battery. Everybody's is different.
Yes.
So when you understand that, it really is so helpful. You don't have to feel as bad. You can know the limits that you're working in. I do want to acknowledge as well that sometimes because our capacity changes,
Yep.
we can't necessarily do exactly what we wanted to.
Yep.
Like our social battery
Oh.
changes without us being okay with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, certainly. And that
Yes.
ties in with our physical battery as well and our,
Yes. All of that.
yeah,
Yes.
mental battery.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big one because a lot of people will say that they do want to do all of the parties or all of the
Oh,
catch-ups,
yeah.
but that they can't necessarily do that. And that's
Yep.
a hard thing to
Yeah.
do.
So let's talk about how chronic illness interacts with your social battery, which we
Yeah.
already have touched on before,
Yeah.
and people will know.
Yep.
But Sally, hit us with, what do you think? I mean, there's so many.
Oh, there are so many ways. But look, if we look at sensory overstimulation,
Yes.
that can happen. The noise, the crowds, if we're out
Yes.
and it's hot,
Yes.
if we're feeling particularly fatigued, and feeling fatigue will limit our spontaneity
Yeah.
and can often reduce our ability to attend something, let
Yeah.
alone enjoy it.
Yes.
Managing symptoms in public can be a really difficult space as well, and that
Yeah,
can
yeah,
create anxiety
sure.
and emotional strain.
Yes.
Yep.
I think that lots of people who consider themselves to be more introverted,
Yeah.
and this is what we touched on before, may feel guilty for needing alone time.
Yep.
And then there's the extroverts who may grieve reduced capacity for connection. And this one really resonates with me because there's certainly been times in my
Mm.
past, this is probably younger me, because I have been really physically exhausted. I haven't
Yep.
been able to attend all the events.
Yes.
And as someone who got a lot of energy out of social situations, that was really, really upsetting for me
Yeah,
because I would
that's
want to be
right.
at all the things.
Yeah.
But now, as we've discussed before, I've got a bit more JOMO, like, woohoo,
The joy of missing out.
yeah, I'm
Yep.
happier to, to think about how I want to use my energy. And then I'm
Yep.
happy to spend time by myself now.
Yep.
So I would consider myself now to be an extroverted introvert. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But JOMO, which I think you have embraced so beautifully, JOMO has to come with the person's intent and want for that. Because as you
Yes.
say, when you're an extrovert, realizing you can't do all the things that you would have done
Mm.
without the chronic health condition,
Yes.
it's all very well and good to say, oh, we should just lean right into that. And that's the joy of missing out. But you might still in your head be like, no, I still want to go.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to
It's a
miss
good
out.
point.
And
Yeah.
that's so hard. Well, you raised that point earlier, and it is a really important one when we look at social battery to be
Yeah.
able to say, it's a shame that my battery doesn't have as much capacity as it used
Yes.
to,
Yep.
but I've got to look at it realistically and I've got to make allowances for it. And therefore, maybe I can have a sense of JOMO sometimes when I choose to
Yes.
reboot my battery rather than drain it further.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I also think that it is strategically a good move to think about how, like, what things do I really want to attend? Like, what's really important? It's the
Yes.
quality, right? Versus the
Yep.
quantity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
right.
that's really important.
Yeah.
I think that both groups, whether you're an introvert and extrovert,
Yep.
face unique challenges when you live with a chronic health condition because your
Yes.
body can't match your personality driven desire for connection.
Yes. Great. That's a good way
Mm.
to put it.
Mm.
Yeah. Also, you can get pushback from others. Like I see
Yeah.
this probably more in the introverted space, although you were mentioning as a student being quite an extrovert that you got pushback
Mm.
there. But I think maybe more so for adults, I could be wrong because you don't
Mm.
often have people telling you off. But the
No,
introverts,
not so much.
yeah, hopefully, the introverts might be having a look at their social battery and saying, look, I can't do all of this, or I can't stay as long, or I'm not going to go to that family
Yeah.
event, or what. And
Yes.
they can get quite a lot of flack for that,
Yes, that's true.
making good decisions around their own energy that other
Yes.
people don't appreciate.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's tricky in that
Yeah.
social space.
Yeah, that's very tricky.
Mm.
I think how this framework of extroversion and introversion can
Mm.
help you is, like we've said, it can help reduce guilt and self-judgment.
Mm.
By reframing it
Mm.
more as wiring and not weakness.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it can help, we love talking about boundaries,
Mm.
but it can help
Mm.
explain boundaries to others,
Yep.
you know?
Yes, having a good hard look at who you are, like not
Mhm.
a good hard look like there's something wrong, but just having a good
A
kind of
good hard
reflection.
look at
Yeah,
yourself.
have a good hard look at yourself. Having some time to reflect and say, who am I? In what space do I thrive? In what
Yep.
space do I regain my energy? And
Yes.
how can I carve out time for that?
Yep.
And be okay with it so that if that comes under attack, that's all right. Other people can be them. I've got
Yep.
to do me. Yeah. And
Yes.
yeah. And yeah, set up a framework that can help me better with my social battery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Helps you maybe like design a lifestyle that can honor
Yes.
both the social battery part as well
Yeah.
as the fact that you are living with a chronic health condition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your needs for
And
spending
your
time with
needs.
others or not.
So let's talk about some tips for if you sit as an introvert
Oh, yeah.
and if you sit as an extrovert or
Yes.
somewhere in the middle. Let's talk about some tips. Let's go
Yeah.
with the introverts first.
Let's have a look at some tips for introverts.
Yes.
It's so important to build in the decompression time after the
Yes.
big catch-ups.
Yes. Yeah.
So you can't rush from one to another. It needs to be, you have one moment where you're highly social or
Yep.
interacting with others, and then you're going to need some downtime
Mm-hmm.
to
Yep.
reboot, recharge, to process,
Yes.
or just to be with yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Absolutely. Build that in.
Yeah.
It helps if you choose low stimulus environments for the catch up. So
Yes.
you're getting the environment right.
Yep.
don't go and have the catch up in
Mm.
Federation Square. I don't know why I thought that
Oh,
then,
but
but
yeah,
it's
that
very
is a
busy.
busy, isn't
It's
it?
busy, yeah. So
It's a
don't do
lot.
that there.
Yep.
Yeah, there's just color, there's people, there's
Yep.
noise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. So choose, or even some of these restaurants that you might catch up in, but the ceilings are so high and you can't actually hear
Yes.
anybody.
The
Oh, but then I'm
worst.
getting older, so that's what comes out of my mouth
Oh my
now.
gosh, you know what comes out of my mouth?
What?
I hear myself saying to the people, could you turn the music down a little bit? Terrifying. My
That is
husband is like,
terrifying.
stop it,
Stop
you're
it.
70. Like,
Yeah,
that's
you
what he says to
can't turn the
me.
music down. Well, that's just that matches the people at the next table who are getting their phones out to turn the torch on so they can read the menu.
Oh my gosh, can I just quickly tell you a really funny story? My friend's 30th, which was a while ago. We
Yep.
were there and my husband was doing the music. He had
Yep.
the speakers.
Yep.
Anyway, I came outside and said to him, hey, can you turn it down? Two people have said the music's too loud. He's like, is one of them your mum? I'm like, yep. He goes, is the other one you? I'm like, yes.
Yep. Yes, that's true.
I'm like, damn it. He's like, no, I'm
Damn it.
not. I'm like, okay.
Okay. I love how quickly he is onto you.
Yeah.
He's like,
Because it was
no.
like a family friend's birthday and he's like, yep, my
Yep.
mum was there. It was me and my mum.
Yep.
Yep, turn it
And
down. Chill out.
everybody else is really happy to
Everyone
have
else is in their
the,
30s, well in
yep,
our
doof
30s,
doof.
and
Here we
everyone's
go.
like, you're loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fail.
Yeah.
So
What about,
other
yep.
tips for introverts, I would say you want to set clear time limits, and that helps to protect your energy.
Yes.
So it's not this like it doesn't
Yes.
go on forever. Like me when I
Yes.
was 18 was like after party, after party,
Yes.
after party.
Yep.
Like it never ended.
So there needs to be some limits.
There needs to be some limits, and that is absolutely okay and is
Yep.
necessary to protect the energy.
Yep. And you're planning the small social occasions. Like,
Yes.
yeah, limit it, make sure that it feels manageable.
It's a small
A
dose.
small dose.
Yes,
Yes.
prescribing small
Little
doses.
microdoses.
Yes. Oh, microdoses.
Oh, what
Okay.
about extroverts?
Extroverts.
What would we
Okay.
suggest?
What would we suggest? Well, I think incorporating short,
Yep.
frequent social interactions, and that's obviously to
Hmm.
prevent isolation.
Hmm.
But where if you keep them short, it means that you're not going to burn out if you have a chronic health condition. It's not going to be too
Yes.
taxing, but more frequent.
Yes, I like that, but I also like the reverse. So I think it's about choosing kind of column A or column B because column
Yeah.
B would be for me a no pressure. It can be a long catch up, but just with a couple of
Yeah.
people, but it's super relaxed,
Yeah, I like that.
you
Yep.
know? And I've got nothing, like for me, if I've got nothing else to do or nowhere else to be
Oh, I love
for
those.
the rest of the day,
Yeah,
then
perfect.
I love that. But the socializing with a hard time out is tricky. Like I want
Mm.
to just catch up with my friends in a relaxed manner, but I've got to leave at 1 because I've got to be at that family thing at 2.
True.
I don't
True.
like that.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I think there'd be people who would like that more and prefer to have
Mm,
I'm thinking of clients I work with who are really, really social and they want to do something
yep.
regularly. So they have they have a time that they meet with people once a week, these
Yes.
people and a couple of other
Yes.
people, and they have
That's
like
good.
we do a dinner from 7 till 9 or whatever it
Great.
is.
Or
So
a coffee from
or
10 till 11 and then it's
yeah,
finished. Yep.
yes. So
Yep.
I hear what you're saying. I think it's
Yes.
it's not a one size fits all.
No, but it's about, I think what we're both saying is plan it with intent and
Yes.
know what you're doing so that you
Yep.
can, plan it as a situation that's going to work for you and stick to it.
Yep.
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 And I think it's also about having the mix of high
Mm.
energy things and low energy
Mm.
things. So,
Mm.
yes, you can go to the big event if you feel up for it and you have the energy, but it
Yep.
can also be a phone call.
Yes,
It
good.
could be a Zoom, it could be whatever, or it could be in a
Yes.
cafe, or it
Yeah.
could be somewhere that's busier.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Depending on your needs. And I love that you've mentioned Zoom because I think using virtual connections to engage with
Oh,
people, whether it be
yeah.
telephone or Zoom, or
Totally.
even just commenting on other people's text messages or
Yeah.
posts on social media
Yeah.
to remain engaged and connected with others is fine and
Yeah.
might work really well for you on a day where you are not leaving the house,
Yep.
but you still have needs around socializing and connecting.
Yeah.
It's important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that on days when you're not really feeling up for it, if you're
Yeah.
someone who really gets energy from social connection, making sure that you've got some things like low demand things that you know that you can do. Is
Mm.
that what you just said?
Well, I think I don't think I stated low demands, but it's a similar type of thing.
Yeah,
It's
like you
about,
can just be
yeah,
connected online, you can be
yeah,
liking things. They're like, that's a low demand.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly what I said, but I appreciate the
Well, yeah.
repetition. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. I stole that from
Um,
you. So that's good.
what about you, Siona? When you think back over your life, I mean, you've mentioned a couple of things,
Hmm.
particularly around being branded very early on as an extrovert.
Mm.
Have you been able to understand your own wiring and therefore apply it to your use of your social battery?
Yes, I have. I
Mm.
think, and I think before we were talking about the fact that it can change, I think now
Mm.
I look at quality over quantity.
Yeah.
I also very much more lean into the fact that I do get a lot of benefit and recharging and energy from being by myself now.
Yes.
If you had told me that in my 20s,
Yeah.
I would have been like, no way. A
No.
night by myself, not relaxing, just like,
Yeah.
what are all the
What
things
would
I'm
I
missing out
do?
on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And so it was, yes, but now I
Yeah.
find a lot of joy and
Yeah.
energy coming from just spending time by myself.
Yes.
And I choose the things wisely. And I'm still very
Mm.
socially connected and I love being around people and do get
Mm.
energy from it. So
Mm.
I'm just much more likely to choose the things that match my energy levels.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Yep.
the times of the day and when that's going to be in the week and things like that.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. What about you, Sally?
Well, what I find interesting as I get older is that if I have a weekend where I
Hmm.
don't have much planned, I will find that during that weekend, I am loving it. I'm
Oh,
like, oh
yeah.
my gosh, I love this. I
Yep.
love having less places to be, less
Mm-hmm.
busyness. I
Mm-hmm.
can just sit and watch an episode of Netflix,
Yeah.
and it's not racing between one thing and the next.
Yeah.
But I'm not very good at planning my weekends like that. I'm not very good
Mm.
at actually saying I'm going
So,
to block out that weekend or I'm going to prioritize time at home.
yeah, so
I
not
had a
intentional.
lovely time last weekend of actually just doing a little bit of gardening. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember saying to John, I'm literally only going to garden for between half an hour, because if I am in the garden for longer than that, I'm out, like I'm dead after that.
Mm.
So that's the amount of time I'm going to do.
Yep.
And I just loved it, but I was really good. I stuck to my time limit.
Oh,
And then I
good.
still had energy in the afternoon to do other things,
Yeah, lovely.
which was good. But it was really nice to have that opportunity to just have not so much alone time, but just
Mm.
quiet pottering around the house time.
I love pottering
Mm,
around the house time.
mm. It was very recharging, which is, I
Yes,
guess, what we're aiming for that.
that is what we're aiming
Yep.
for.
Yeah, it was good.
So I guess the
Mm,
takeaways are
mm.
that whatever your social energy
Yeah.
is, wherever you sit as an extrovert or an introvert or all the in-between things that we
Yes.
come up with, they're not character flaws.
Yeah.
It's just an energy system to work within.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
think anything else we want? What's another main takeaway?
Well, I think that chronic illness does change the size of that social battery.
Oh yeah.
It
What's the
doesn't
big
change who you
battery?
are.
Oh no,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm trying to like name it. Not a triple A, not a double A. What's that big square
Oh,
one?
the square one.
Yes.
No,
Whatever. Anyway, carry
it's
on.
not a C or a D because they're just the big chunky round ones.
Oh,
You've got me
don't.
thinking about whether that's a 4-volt battery. No, I think that chronic illness does change the size of your battery. It changes the number of spoons you have, or it changes
Yes.
how much capacity you have to
Yep.
engage socially in the world, but
Mm,
it doesn't change the person that you are.
yes.
So we still have to attend to our social needs. We just
Mm-hmm.
have to get our head around how we're going to do that best
Yeah.
to enable some recharging, whether that is in the social setting or whether that is by yourself or with, your little
Yes.
home bubble.
Yes. We
Yeah.
want to tend to our batteries.
Yes.
Yeah. So everyone having a little bit of think about their battery and how
Mm.
best to recharge it.
Yeah. Yeah. Without guilt.
Without guilt.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Good.
right, good. What are you looking
Sally.
forward to this week,
Oh, I haven't
Seona?
thought of mine. You go
No.
first. Well, I think.
You know what I've really been loving? Because daylight savings.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm loving taking all the opportunities I can to eat outside.
Oh,
Yeah. And we don't do it all
interesting.
the time. If the weather is even close to being okay,
Yes.
then we are eating outside at the moment and it's delightful.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
Just for dinner. Well, for lunch if people are around,
Oh,
but for
yeah.
dinner mostly.
Love it. I'm looking forward to because there's a bit more downtime at the moment. I'm
Mm.
like, this is so boring, but I'm actually
Yeah.
looking forward to. I've bought a book on salads. I really love
Oh,
salads.
fantastic.
Salads are so boring for people, but they're so like so many
No.
different salads. Anyway, and I'm
Yep.
just I'm making my way through it, and I'm just gonna make
Yes.
a few different salads this week coming up.
Delicious.
And I'm really excited about
Yeah,
it.
that's
That
really
is a
good.
sign of aging, and I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
look, it is,
And I
but
like
it's
linen.
okay.
Said it out loud.
I spoke to a friend recently and asked her for the recipe of a salad that I heard her talking about recently. And I was like, can I have that recipe? And it's got
Mm,
all of the brown rice, but then all of the things like corn and capsicum. and a whole
Oh,
rate, but like all chopped up small.
yeah.
You can actually use
Yum.
it as a bit of a salsa, or you can have it as a salad. Beautiful
Oh,
avocado on top. Beautiful.
yum.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
great.
Yep.
Okay.
And black beans. Oh,
And
now I'm
black
thinking of all the
beans.
ingredients.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
so look, I'm excited for you that you've got this book on
I'm
salads.
excited for you about your salad.
Thank
All
you.
right.
All
Have a
right.
great next week. I'll see you soon, Sally.
Wonderful. Okay. See you,
Okay,
Seona.
bye.
Bye.